Moore.
On to light heavyweight action. Light heavyweight action. We've got Devon Moore coming down the aisle.
I gotta say, there's a few young guys that are out in this business today that I have to say I'm a fan of. CJ O'Doyle, you're one of them.
Oh, stop.
This young guy right here, Devon, is one heck of a talent.
And his opponent from Chocolate City with a street value of $16 million, Sabian.
In CZW, a very successful group, where he also enjoys success, of course, there too. Pardon me.
Hey, God bless you, CJ.
Oh, and we are going to be joined by my colleague partner from last week, Drew Blood. Drew, sorry we don't have a chair for you.
That's no problem.
Drew Blood, we've got light heavyweight action with your partner and friend, Devon Moore, in there, taking on former ACPW light heavyweight champion, Sabian. Both of these gentlemen were involved in an incredible contest last week, a four-way for the light heavyweight championship. With you, Drew Blood now has the opportunity to challenge for and bring back home to Notorious Inc. tonight. You have Chris Wild, of course, later today. What are your thoughts on your match later tonight?
Well, obviously, I was originally scheduled a bout against Sabian. You know, me and him had that quarrel last time we were commentating. But tonight, the ACPW commissioner, the committee, gave me an opportunity to show what a true light heavyweight champion should be. And that's why tonight I am going to win the ACPW Cruiserweight Championship.
Excellent. Now that's exactly what I was hoping you were going to say, because you got to think the winner of Devon Moore the winner of Devon Moore versus Sabian has to be in line for the next title shot after you and Wild. What if Devon Moore takes the Duke tonight and you defeat Chris Wild? You will be in there with your old partner, Devon Moore.
See, that's one thing that I did not take into consideration. I just thought about that. That's why I came out here to consult with you guys. I'm here to watch this match as an ongoing for the Cruiserweight division. And if I have to wrestle my own partner, it's going to be out of respect. But I'll tell you what, we will pretty have much a good match if I have to wrestle Devon Moore for the light heavyweight championship.
Excellent. Neither Devon Moore nor Sabian were pinned in last opportunity's fatal four-way contest for the ACPW light heavyweight championship. It was Drew who took the pinfall. Sabian has to be almost miffed off. He wasn't the first person to get a shot at Chris Wild.
Yeah, I was talking to Jude last week, and he is pretty angry about that. I'm sure Jude will get a piece of Chris Wild as well, but when he gets a piece of Chris Wild, he will not have the light heavyweight championship anymore, because it'll be around my waist after tonight. And I'll tell you what, I am actually hoping that Sabian, nothing against my partner, that Sabian wins tonight, so I get a piece of Sabian myself.
Absolutely. Excellent light heavyweight action we are seeing.
I just want to interject right here, gentlemen.
That was an excellent series we just saw.
Opening series.
I'll tell you what, these are two very gifted athletes in the middle of the ring. These are the future of pro wrestling right now. And I don't know, I could not even tell you who's going to win this match. It's going to be outwitted and outsmarted.
I couldn't tell you either. Sabian, the former champion. Devon Moore, always hungry, always a contender. I know he's always hungry because I know you're always hungry. The light heavyweight division is probably one of the hottest divisions here in ACPW. Devon Moore taking the advantage now, sending Sabian to the outside. Devon Moore getting the crowd behind him. Here comes some high-flying action. Oh, suicide dive met with a forearm by the former champion Sabian, the Black Jesus Sabian. In control now, taking advantage over Devon Moore.
See, that's the experience Devon Moore has not earned yet. The experience that he has to examine. He has to be worried about every move he performs. You know, he can be cut off at any time. And Sabian is no stupid person in the ring. He knows the in and outs of this building.
He wasn't a light heavyweight champion for no reason, Drew Blood. He has that champion's awareness. Even though he might not be champion now, he knows what it's like to be the hunted. He's always looking over his shoulder.
And you have to remember, Sabian, like Devon Moore, is a risk taker. So if anybody understands the type of risk that somebody might take in that ring and how to take advantage of that, it's going to be Sabian. Devon Moore better be very careful the kind of risks he takes.
You want to talk about taking risks. How about the scoop slam that Sabian just gave Devon Moore on the outside, rolled him in the ring and only got a 2 count, showing the toughness of Devon Moore. Of course, Sabian will be looking to put away his opponent and go back into a title opportunities match with the double foot stomp from the Devon Moore will be looking for the shooting star splash.
See, now Sabian was being smart on that antics on the outside, knowing that the floor has no give like the ring does. It's going to take more out of the body of Devon Moore. It's going to ground him a little bit. It's going to give Sabian just that little advantage to get on top tonight.
And that's just like we saw with the last match, trying to take out the man's legs. It works for the heavyweights, and it sure as hell works for the lightweights, as we saw in our opening contest.
That's correct, CJ. These guys work what I would call a hybrid style because they can fly, but they can get on the mat.
You touched on that earlier, exactly.
And they're not afraid to get brutal when they have to get brutal.
Speaking of getting brutal, hard chop by the Black Jesus Sabian.
Show. That's why they're battling tonight.
And that is exactly what's set up for this one-on-one contest here. Watching with a nice drop kick by Devon Moore here at the Underground at ACPW. Forearm in the corner by Devon Moore. Oh, returns the favor with a chop. These men are just they're just upping. Feed head by Devon Moore. And they're upping the intensity level.
There's a risk that paid off right there for Devon Moore.
These guys, like we said, not afraid to take risks. They just up the intensity level each week, more and more and more and more and more and more. Sabian going to the eyes. Flatliner by Sabian.
I see the submission. I was on the receiving end of the submission before. I tell you what, my friend, it does not tickle one bit. It stretches your back in ways that it cannot be stretched. Also, almost tearing the shoulder out of its own socket. I've seen many people tap to this submission.
Devon Moore could be in danger. No. Devon Moore was in danger of tapping out. Devon Moore is just too hungry. He wants to win this match. He wants to move on to a championship match with either Chris Wilde or yourself. Sabian with a big victim kick to the back. He also wants to regain his championship belt. Sabian not exercising the rematch clause right away. This could, in turn, make for an interesting predicament. If Devon Moore takes the victory tonight, Sabian still has that rematch clause. If you take the victory with Wilde, Wilde takes his rematch, Sabian takes his rematch, we could see a fatal four-way once again with four of the hottest cruiserweights on the independent scene today.
I'd buy
so many possibilities on what the outcome is. All I know is this action is great, it's intense. Sabian is in control, putting Devon Moore in the trio of.
Devon's in a really bad predicament right here. And he was at the work on his own tonight because I will not be able to help
He's
him.
stepping on his groin, Drew.
A little sadistic.
Kick from the top into the midsection.
Just a little.
And like you said earlier about taking the wind out of somebody, you want to work on their midsection. You want to make it so that they can't kick up after 3 seconds, Donnie Allen.
If you have no air, you can get
happened.
We got 3, no! Only a 2. Sabian takes over again.
Sabian exactly with that back elbow.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to go finish getting dressed for my match. And I hope the outcome of this match is going to be on top key that Devon may get the victory. Please inform me on what happens at the end of this match while I go prepare to kick Chris Wilde where he doesn't shine.
Drew, thank you for joining us. Those were the comments from Drew Blood, one half of Notorious Sig. Devon Moore ducks under a clothesline, ducks under the back elbow. Do-si-do, ducks under the clothesline. Double clothesline, exactly. Drew Blood adding his insight, obviously hoping for a Devon Moore victory. Sabian, like I have stated over and over again, is the former light heavyweight champion. Sabian,
He's been to the mountaintop, he wants to get back.
exactly, he's got that championship. Oh, double high cross, both bodies go flying. We have a car wreck in the center of the ring as the referee is applying the 10 count.
They may have cracked heads during that.
Neither man may answer the 10 count. Nope. Sabian up to his feet. Sabian has that championship mentality. Just like you said, he knows what it's like to be to the top. He's been to the top of the mountain before. Devon Moore still has that hunger. He's never been there. He's absolutely hungry. They're exchanging forearms.
Not gonna give up. He is not going to give up.
Forearms and chops. Both of these men extremely tough individuals, as I've been in the ring with both of them. Neither of these men have any give, any quit. Michinoku by Devon Moore. Devon Moore saying that's it. Springboard moonsault, it's over. 2, and this one's over. No! No, no, no!
Taka Michinoku himself would have to be impressed with the abilities and the talents of these two gentlemen right here.
I don't know how Sabian got his shoulder up. He got it up just in the nick of time. Referee Mike Keeler couldn't have made another count. Awesome, awesome version of the diamond cutter we just saw there by Sabian. Almost put it away.
Right out of a power bomb. Sabian is deceptive with his power in that ring too.
Don't let him fool you. He's small, but he has a lot of power in that tiny, tiny frame. Sabian, extremely powerful, extremely quick. It's that hybrid wrestling that you were talking about, Donnie Allen. It's the hybrid in both of these guys. The refusal to quit in all the new guys on the independent scene.
And then Zaguri.
All of these guys, everyone looking to make an impact with that refuse to die attitude that we are seeing exhibited here. Both of these men, hungry. Devon Moore with that step up in Zaguri off of the short arm.
He'd better be careful. He's climbing up to the top.
He's taking a high risk. Oh, Sabian crotches him.
It came back to bite him.
And that's all it's all about. Everyone thinks when they see these high-risk maneuvers, it's easy to pull off. No, it is a high risk. Every time you go to the top rope, you are taking a risk.
The dividends pay off. They pay off well, but if they don't pay off, you're in trouble.
Exactly. The wrong answer, so to speak, could be very hurtful.
Whoa.
Crotches him a second time.
And
Sabian setting up. This is going to be hurtful. Sabian. Devon Moore and Sabian up to the top rope. Amazing, amazing maneuver by Sabian.
Jamming the head and neck from about 15 feet up.
And... Wait a minute.
He didn't hit that full 3 count. Where'd that bell come from?
Devon Moore, I didn't see him get his shoulder up either.
Could that have been the time limit, CJ?
Impossible.
That match was so exciting, that might have gone the full time limit. We didn't even realize it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a time limit draw.
Unbelievable. Donnie Allen here at ACPW. That's unacceptable. These men gave it their all. Both of these men want to move up. They want a shot at that light heavyweight title. We saw Sabian hit him with that modified outsider's edge into a face plant. That was an impressive move I've never seen before. These guys putting the bad mouth on each other. They want to see a finish. Oh, here we go. They're going to go at it.
I don't think they consulted with anybody. I think they just decided to go back to it.
Exchanging chops. Devon Moore whips him off. Sabian reverses. Devon ducks under. Devon Moore, after taking that huge top rope inverted outsider's edge into the X Factor.